Strong mathematicians can find the length of a segment. So we have here a line segment where one of the endpoints is at -3, -3, and the other endpoint is at 3, -1. What is the length of this segment? How long is it? Okay, to find out the length of this segment, we need to draw a right triangle. That contains this segment. So we've just drawn a right triangle wherein the hypotenuse is equal to the segment. And so now that we see a right triangle, it's easy now to find the length of this segment. We just use the Pythagorean theorem. So we know that this is A, and we can use the grid to count the units. So to find the length of A, or for the value of A, which is 1, 2. So 2 units for A. And this is B. Okay, this is B, and then we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B is 6, and that is the length of B. So now we are looking for this slanted segment, and we call it the hypotenuse of the right triangle, or we represent it by the letter C, and we are going to look for it. So Pythagorean theorem, we learned that if you square A plus the square of B and add them together, if we add them together, we're going to get C squared. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So since our A is 2, this becomes 2 squared plus 6 squared equals C squared. 2 squared is 4 plus 6 squared is 36. It's equal to C squared. We add, we get 40 is equal to C squared. Then we square root both sides. And we're going to get C equals square root of, okay, and we have to break down 40. 40 is 2 times 20, 2 times 10, 2 times 5. So we'll have 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. So we put here 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. And then we know that for square roots, if we find 2 identical factors, like 2 times 2 and 2, so 2 times 2 is a perfect square. We know that that's going to be a perfect square, so the square root of 4 is 2. Now 2 and 5 will not give us a perfect square, and they don't have any partners, or we need 2 identical factors. So there's none. These are not identical. So we'll just keep them inside. We'll have 10 in here. So therefore C is equal to 2 square root of 10. We normally will put plus or minus here when we're solving equations like this, where we square root both sides. But because this is a segment, we're finding the length of a segment. The length of a segment is always positive. So we will not put here the negative sign.